All right, we'll do a ranked run on the witch next. Gems. So we got gems round 1, but we don't have like weapons as much on the necromancer, so the gems aren't as useful. But you still can use weapons on the necro, and you can socket them into armor, and it just prints money too. Like it creates money effectively. It's like a more expensive version of the piggy bank. So I might take it. So we might go for that. We can't really fit much else in the storage coffin for a round 1 win here. It's going to be a little iffy. And just get some healing herbs in there, or I could just get the piggy bank and go full economy. You know, I might just go full economy and lose the first round. That might be our strategy here. Full economy. You gotta be the economy. Our opponent picked up a garlic and a whetstone for their ranger, which means we're gonna lose, because we're slowly dealing poison to them, but they're gonna out-heal it with the banana. Meanwhile, we got nothing going on. We got no healing, we got no damage. But you gotta do the economy though. Our first gem is a ruby, which gives lifesteal on weapons, which is quite strong. Healing amplified on armor, and can steal life if it's just in the backpack. That's a cheap bag, that's nice. The goal for the coffin is to surround it with bags so that we can get as much poison stacks as possible. All right, what do we find ourselves with here? We got a little backpack expansion, so we can do this now. Flag Garrick's inflict poison, and we can, anything that activates inside the coffin has a chance to inflict poisons. So you kind of want to like get as many things just touching the coffin as possible. We don't have any stamina expenditure because we don't have any weapons. Could get like a spear. On hit, destroy armor for each free star slot in front of it. Huh, I've never used the spear before. Does it have to be, it has to be free spaces in your bags. Oh, that's a little different. For each free starred slot in front of it. Oh, it has to actually be an empty space, so we won't get that effect here at all until we put empty bags in front of it. It's strong early, but falls off. Yeah. I think we might re-roll for more poison-oriented build / more synergistic stuff. But not particularly exciting. Shield is pretty good. I can try and get it so that the shield is triggering in here as well. Alright, well, we got a shield now to defend ourselves. That's something. So mushroom and pig. Oh, whoops, yep, you're right. We're probably still gonna lose here, to be honest. Shield is pretty good against dual wooden swords, though. But we don't have any healing at the moment, so... Unless our poison ramps successfully at the end here. We're getting good block triggers. Oh, we might just win off the poison ramp. Oh, mate, we're gonna win. Oh! 1 hit point win! Nice. And we didn't even have a properly optimized inventory layout. Regular amethyst. Remove random buffs from your opponent on attack. Opponent's healing is reduced by 25. Those are both great. Cleanse random debuffs, also great. The shield socket for reduced opponent healing. It's pretty strong. I think we'll get that. I need more bags. There we go, thanks. So we can do the shield. Later on we can do the shield kind of just on a corner for 1 slot. On hit, 25% chance to inflict poison. I could just get a sword for now, just to socket for poison grabs. It's not ideal, but I mean it's honestly probably as good as a Flag Garrick is when you factor in the storage coffin triggers. Let's do that for now. Bit more poison triggers going. If you go for a poison build, you can be a bit weak early on and then kind of ramp pretty hard later in later rounds. So you generally have to suffer a few losses. But we're starting to look a little stronger. We struggle a bit in the early part of this battle, but when fatigue sets in, we at that point our poison is ramped hard enough to finish him off. There's literally one of the class upgrades for the Necromancer is like a fatigue build. Every 11 seconds regenerate stamina. When it's full, gain 1 heat instead for faster triggers. That does synergize with poison a little bit. It's not really super worth using. But... So, Pestilence Flask, when they regenerate health, we inflict 3 poison to them and 1 to yourself. And this is not very good by itself, but you can use other potions to trigger it. Because the trigger scenario for it is pretty specific to regen. Not everyone has regen. It's probably worth getting for hopefully later getting a healing potion. It also mixes with something. Not here right now. There probably is a combo with it though. Combines with the dagger for the poison dagger? Dagger for the poison dagger. True. I could definitely see swapping the sword for a poison dagger. Drop the topaz for the stamina sack. And I mean, it's one extra trigger, I suppose we can put that in there. You know, it might be better to do this, here we go. The ruby in there as well. Because that's one trigger every 5 seconds on the coffin. Okay. A little bit of poison going on. A little bit of defense. Not really much in the way of healing. Basically no healing. Now they got some serious armor. From the leather armor, basically. It's just a big burst of armor at the start. They've got a piggy in their coffin. Big mistake. They're gonna beat me though. Just too much armor. Oh no. I have no healing. I need healing. We gotta get some healing going. I need the on sale backpack though. Goobit. When start items activate 5 times, heal for 12. So Goobit has like a lot of upgrades, including a poison one. And there's a healing potion for us as well. Nice. So we want the healing potion to activate the poison potion. Horn makes the spiked shield. Yeah, we could do that. It's not like, I guess it's the situation where we might as well. I don't know if, I think it doesn't produce as much defensive. I think it gives armor every time they attack, not 6 armor when you actually block though. I don't know if it reduces stamina. It does give a bit of thorns though, and there is a thorns build you can go with this. I don't know, I'm not like, we might as well. I think we should probably do each recipe at least once, just so we have them here for reference. The emeralds are the bigger focus for us, and there's a chipped emerald there. If I get this emerald, I can get them to combine. They have to be next to each other though. There we go. They've got the deck of cards. They can start getting Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards and Black Lotuses and stuff. I did have one run early this morning before I streamed. That I got a deck of cards and had several Black Lotuses and White Eyes Blue Dragons. Man, this is a bit close. Whew. All right, let's go on to the next round. See what we got here. Looks like we printed another ruby and made our spiked shield, which spat out the amethyst. So start a battle, gain 1 thorns. Every time you gain 20 shield, gain 1 thorns, up to 3 times per battle. And whenever you get attacked, you gain 1 shield. So it doesn't do a very good job of producing defense. But if you have a bit of other defense production, it can do some nice stuff. We actually have the dagger here, which is a big one because it combines with the poison. So we're going to want to get that going. And we'll move it over here so that it can upgrade. Get our poison dagger going there. We'll put our amethyst back in here. Into spike shield. The dagger doesn't use stamina either. We want our emerald in the wooden sword though. Put some extra poison infliction. Because we got that upgrade going. We've got 2 rubies here, so we might want to try and get these to upgrade. I can just go the faster attack for now and get the rubies to upgrade over here. Another backpack. So I could go the... Oops. Shield in the corner there. Or I could... Whoops. I could do the double shield for extra armor production to produce additional thorns. But honestly, I don't know if that's what we really care about too much. There is an on sale whip here though. Whip's pretty good when we've already got a bit of thorns going on. Getting shield's pretty good for devastating enemy stamina though. Shield plus extra armor production. It's that, or we kind of like reroll but maybe don't get anything here. I think we just get the shield for now. That seems fine. We actually quite want the dagger in here, but maybe it's fine for it to not be there just for this one round. Could have gone for whip and shield combo. I'm gonna lean more towards the poison though. There is a poison thorns build you can do though. I think that's more on that's on the ranger though, actually. Come to think of it. We're looking pretty good here. We've got a little bit more direct damage. Not quite as much poison as they're stacking. But, yeah, we have a solid, comfortable win there. Now we get our poison dagger. which 2 to 5 damage, no stamina cost. On hit inflicts 2, and on stun triggers extra attacks. So just 2 poison inflict is really nice. It has a pretty long cooldown, so it's not super good for triggering the coffin, but it's better than a piggy bank, which doesn't trigger at all. And we can whack something to sock it in there as well. So we can get 15% lifesteal, which is basically just like 1 lifesteal. Oh, the perfect sapphire. Every 3.5 seconds, inflict slow. 100% chance to attack health directly, gain 2 mana and inflict 1 slow. Ooh. Man, the perfect sapphire is like really nutty. We've also got a pestilence flask. We've got some interesting options here. We'd have to generate 4 gold in order to get the perfect sapphire. And then the problem is that like the dagger's not a very good way to trigger it. The sword is a little bit better. Just because the dagger's only got 3.5 second cooldown, whereas the sword's 1.4. Gaining mana and inflicting slow is quite good. The other thing you can do is, what is it? Every 5 mana you gain. So if you have another mana production on armor that produces shield, that's kind of nice. I think perfect sapphire is really good, but like maybe really good on an attack ranger because of the ignoring armor side of things. Since I'm not going to go for the gem, I think we will go for the box of riches and the pestilence flask, maybe. Double gem production, eh? That's kind of cool. Gem and dagger as well. Oh yeah, I missed the gem and the dagger, thanks. I don't have any spaces in front of their spear. And I don't have anything touching the bow. Ugh. Cringe! Critiquing my opponent's black backpacks. Would have been pretty funny if they'd killed me then. Alright, so now we have class choices. Oh, the Hexblade's on sale. Weird, I've never seen that before. I've never seen a class item being on sale. Interesting. So, the Cursed Dagger is a dagger itself, and on hit inflicts 2 random debuffs. This and start items have 1% accuracy and crit per debuff on your opponent. Huh. Neat. I do like that it's on sale. So Vampiress gives you some leech, and then your weapons gain 20% lifesteal. So we've got a little bit of weapon action going on. And then your poison steals life through vampirism as well. So whenever your poison ticks, you get vampirism as well. So you get some healing from that. So you can effectively leech off of your poison, which is quite cool. So very strong defensively. And then the witch, I think, is... I tried witch before and I was very impressed with the results. So it inflicts fatigue damage every 3 seconds, basically as another dot. And then on debuffed, 30% chance to inflict the same debuff on the enemy. So when you get debuffed, you mirror their debuffs. Yeah, you know, a chance to. And then items trigger 150% faster during fatigue. So you can put that with some like healing items or something like that. To try and keep you alive in the fatigue, or some extra poison dump to try and finish the opponent off, or like, you know, weapons or something. I think Mr. Struggles is probably the strongest, but I am interested in this like hybrid attack Cursed Dagger build. I think maybe we'll try the Hexblade. Plus we save a bit of gold, which is neat. Remove a random buff from your opponent on attack. Your opponent's healing is reduced by 20%. I quite like that. Cleansing random debuffs in the backpack. Amethysts are really good. I think we want to get amethysts when we can. There's a backpack for us here, which lets us do a bit more linking in here. So any start items in front. Remove random buffs from your opponent, or cleanse down debuffs. We'll go from the removing buffs from our opponent, but that might be better on the... Oh, you know what I should do this round is get the topazes to combine. There we go. That gets all the weapons there. Nice, good one. Let's see what else we got here. Little bag here. Poison flask. You know, we might want to just do a bit of this here. Get that poison flask. We want something that triggers. We can cleanse some debuffs or steal some life. This triggers a little faster. The debuff cleanse is maybe a little stronger, so I'll just put that in there for now. Oh, we still have a socket in the dagger. Let's go for the remove buffs from our opponents then. And we'll put the life steal trigger in there instead. So they've got Mr. Struggles. If this battle goes on too long, they'll gain the advantage in the fatigue period. Nice win. 37 poison stacks, 3 blind, 2 chill for our debuffs. It's pretty good. Ooh, potion belt, that's big. So we combined our topazes. Let's get the attack faster on the cursed dagger for the extra random debuffs. That's pretty good. We got a couple rubies here we can try and combine. Try and get some ruby combos going. Well, let's get our potion belt in place. We'll just move this whole thing over. Now we can do some potion belt shenanigans over here, like so. Doesn't need to actually switch them around, it just looks better. Just looks better. More bags? I think more bags. Is it anything like Backpack Hero? It is clearly inspired by Backpack Hero. Can get another potion in there, potentially. And we can get some rubies to start combining. We are kind of interested in getting emeralds. I'll just put that in there for now. Bit more poison. I have enough to re-roll. Oh, there's another poison there. So we'll get these combining. We're gemming. On sale customer card is worth getting. It makes every time the shop refreshes, something is one rarity higher than it normally would be. I can't afford the 3rd box of riches, sadly, so we can't print even more gems. I hate that the runs end. I really like that you can go over the 10 wins if you go into survival mode. I do quite like that. I get it though. Reserve it? I don't think it's worth reserving. It's kind of a meme to get a 3rd one, I think, honestly. You can socket things and still have them combine, yeah. Oh, I didn't put anything in the sword. That's fine. Not a big deal. They got that falcon blade. Ooh, very nice. That's gonna hurt us. Can we survive long enough for the poison to ramp? We are stacking blinds on them, which helps us a lot. Even just 15% from 3 blind stacks is big. Got us there. Very nice. We're ramping. Holy, we're ramping. Here's our gem combos going off. 35% chance for poison. Oh, we got the double floored emerald here. I can't really get them close enough to combine. Like if I put them here, they won't combine. Mana orb. Generate mana. If you have at least 10 mana, deal 2 damage. We don't have a mana payoff currently, but it might be worth getting just in case we get one later, honestly. It's good enough to potentially be worth doing. The 2 shields are a good combo for that. Combine the rubies. Yes, we shall. They actually turn into pretty fast triggering items when they get combined up. You can stick them in the storage coffin. They trigger quite often. Let's re-roll. Stone Skin Potion is a nope. What's this one? Regular Topaz, 20% faster. The armor and backpack are not very good, but the faster attacks on the Topaz is pretty big for our Cursed Dagger. I think I might buy that. Ooh, should I get the Hungry Blade? Gain 1 Vampirism, convert regen into Vampirism, maximum damage increase per Vampirism. I actually don't think it's particularly good for us. Maybe I'll leave it. Yeah, we can sell gems to get some more cash. I'm thinking I buy this and... Do I want to re-roll here? I'm just gonna jam all the gems in my inventory. 2 orbs and the sword combine. The Hungry Blade combines with 2 orbs, does it? I know. Oh, Mana Orb and Hungry Blade produces Mana Thirst. I forgot about that one. Gain mana. If you have at least 10 mana, steal 2 life instead. Whenever you use 20 mana, steal 12 life. Huh, that might actually be worth doing. Yeah, let's do it. I'm down with that. I have to sell some gems, that's okay. And we're gonna sell the sword as well. So 3, 5, 6, 7. Now I need to put the orb near it though. So not that interested in Hungry Blade, but Mana Thirst is pretty good for us. The Steel Goobit is really strong. It's Slime plus Hero Blade. Gives adjacent weapons plus 3 damage when start items activate 5 times. Oh, stacking up on top of 18 armor. Nice. Mate, looking pretty strong with those debuffs stacking. The blind stack, like we are getting a lot of blind stacks, and that is excellent for just shrekking these hunters. So here's our Mana Thirst. Very nice. Let's got a 1.4 cooldown. Bit better overall. So we can use it to trigger 50% chance to inflict poison. It's not too bad. Second topaz for the combines, pretty big. We can spin this around, whack the topaz in there, have them combine next time around. Put our poison in here for a chance to inflict poison when attacked. Further murder some hunters. Don't think lamp's that good for us. We're not really going for the outright damage from that. Is a baggy. Our inventory's a mess. Give me a reroll. Demonic Flask. When opponent drops below 50%, deals 0.3 damage for each debuff on your opponent. We are stacking debuffs, so this is excellent for us, but I have to get enough cash to buy it. We want the Demonic Flask. More so, I think. So I sell the piggy bank for 2, and then I need 2 more, which is just these 2 small gems. You can unlock it for next round? I can, but I want it now. I don't care how, I want it now. There we go, got our potions belt filled with 4 potions. And when the poison after activation also applies the effect of the starred potion without consuming it. So when the poison one here triggers, I wonder if we're better off triggering it on the health potion, because then it's kind of triggering late as like a nice finisher. Maybe we'll go that route. Are we about to hit 10 rins? I think we're getting pretty close. Got a Thorns build kind of going on here, but they don't seem to have a payoff for it. So it's not really going to hurt us too much, I don't think. We're already stacking those debuffs pretty high. Oh, took some big crit damage. Oh, the lantern triggered, I think, and did a lot of damage to us. For 9 wins. We still got there though. Lightsaber. There's our flawless topaz. 25% faster attacks, or every 5 seconds regenerate stamina or gain haste when it's full. The second part of that, the gaining haste, the heat, is really good for our poison triggers, but I think the attack speed trigger on this is better. Now we put the weaker one in the Mana Thirst, I think. Saber mixes with something? Yeah, there's like a dark saber recipe. I think it combines with the demonic flask, but I don't know that it's really gonna help us much. I think we don't really want more weapons. Pull it over, at least see, and don't buy it. Yeah, it does link with the demonic flask. It turns it into a dark saber. It could be, actually, it could be good for my build. Maybe I'll do it anyway. My stamina usage is very low currently. This would up it a bit. There you go. We'll make a dark saber, see what it does. It's probably not a very good idea, but we'll do it anyway. Look at those topazes combining. Medium stamina usage? Honestly, that's fine. This thing's not going to do much, but because I don't really have the conditionals. It does extra damage for blind, and we do stack blind, so we have that, I guess. We take a bit more damage from Thorns, but they only have the 1. Ooh, we're taking a bit of damage here. Ooh, yeah, nah. They just had a lot of outright damage from the combos here. Nice. And they had pretty good leech too. Dark Saber. Deals 0.5 damage for each debuff on your opponent. Okay, actually pretty good. On attack, use mana to inflict blind. Kind of wastes our mana, which is not ideal, but what can you do? Darksaber has 2 gem sockets. Oh yeah, I forgot about the gem sockets. Get some lifesteal on there. We got a second gem here. And the... Oh, we have the combo here. Let's do that for now. Get those topazes combined. Get our poison, another poison flask in there for a big poison dump at the end. Gloves are kind of good for us. We can get them here to trigger the dagger faster. Just for now, until we get a better slot for them. It's good, stacking them debuffs. That's 19 poison stacks instantly, because they had regen. Nice. They have a fair bit of poison cleanse though. Oh, it was all their healing potions. They burned through that though. Oh mate, yeah, the debuff stacks are legit. Very nice. There's our 10 wins. We'll go into survival mode. Only 3 hearts to try and get to the end. There's our upgrade. Get our poison in there. On sale potion belt. Can't pass that up. We can get the glove attack speed on the dark saber. Nice. Got 12 gold left. Let's see what we can find. Another little baggie. Blood amulet for vampirism. And we can combine it with the gloves, which is really strong. It will do this. Make some vampiric gloves. Because the vampiric gloves have 40% attack rate. So even not including the vampirism, it's worth doing. Is that a Buster Sword? It is a Buster Sword. Vampiric gloves, 40% attack rate and some vampirism gain. Pretty strong. I have a lot of armor. We got a lot of debuffs stacking up though. We are chewing through our stamina a bit against shield builds. And I don't have any stamina regain, but we killed him though. First overwin is a success. There's our vampiric gloves. Gained 6 vampiric. We need another little bag slot for here or something. Ooh, 16 amethyst. Remove random buffs from opponent, 100% right? Healing reduced by 40. Oh man, can I afford 14? We're getting to the end, so we might want to sell our gem boxes. I think we sell the gem boxes now, so I get 3 back from each of those. So they've made quite the profit. And now we can get the perfect amethyst. 100% chance to remove random buffs from your opponent. I love that just shutting down buffs on enemies. It's pretty sick. The healing reduction is also very good. But we've already got like 25 healing reduction here. Godly rank. Cleanse random debuffs every 2.5 seconds. Also kind of good, but a little slow. I think the removing debuffs from your opponent here is pretty good. What's the Scythe Blade? Start items inflict double poison. It is actually really good. Just like scaling up a poison setup. You can kind of like stick it here to scale these things inflicting double poison, but I'm not really like... That's not really our build. We're not a pure poison build. We're kind of like a random debuff inflicting scaling build. Sell the 2 small amethysts to get the chest. Start a battle 40 armor. Look, normally I'd say it's not worth it, but we have a lot of empty space. And it's not much of a cost to do so. I do like the random debuff cleanses of these being in our inventory though. I don't think it's worth it. I think the chest's just a bit weak. Potion belt at the top is empty? Yeah, I know. We've got a lot of empty space. Man, I got a lot of burst damage, wow. Oh my god. So much burst damage. Our ramp though. Our ramp is supreme! They had so much burst damage, my god. We're okay though. Not even worried. Okay, so shield is a much better payoff here. Shield stacking! So this shield is a bit better than the regular buckler. And then for any other armor generated by any start items, it generates additional armor as well. And then the spike shield, every time we generate 20 armor, we gain extra spikes as well. So that's fun. I think we can do that. I think we can justify that. Put a green one in there for some extra poison. Oh, I can actually put both in there. Yeah, we'll just do that then. They'll combine now as well in there. It's nice. I think we've got 2 games left if we win. All right, let's slow it down. I like these later ones to go a little slower so we can see what's going on. They've got a bit of poison going on here as well. Cleansing their really powerful debuffs is so good. Man, we like lowered their damage scaling and everything. It's pretty good. It's pretty dang good. What a build. What a build. Those combined, and they're gonna combine again. Looks like we can combine this as well, like that. We'll get this potion. Boop. On for another spiked shield. I don't know if it's better to just keep the wooden buckler. Maybe it's fine. I don't know if it's really worth the investment, but... Can't fit that anywhere. Let's move stuff around. I don't think we'll really have a chance to / need to. Let's get another Flyer Garrick in there, because why not? If I sell this, we can get that potion. extra potion, health potion's actually pretty nice. There we go. I think that's out. I think that's it. Did you say there was a way to get this on mobile? Not to my knowledge. I certainly didn't say it. 30 damage crit. Ooh. They've got a Falcon Blade Gin Lamp combo, which we used in our last Hunter run. It's a great effect. They look like they got enough to trigger it as well. But we are stripping their buffs, which does hurt them in their quest to trigger the Gin Lamp. In fact, I don't think they have. They haven't been able to get enough armor, nor enough mana. So... And you need thorns too, and they haven't been getting enough of that. We're stripping their buffs too much. Mate. Absolutely obscene. Absolutely obscene. Alright, we got one more round. All my gems combined, and now I don't have enough gems to stick in everything. Oh no. 35%. What's this do? Your opponent's healing is reduced by 30. Yeah. Oh, we got a deck of cards right at the end. Oh. You have to run it for a few rounds for it to pay off. So sad. We don't need the customer card anymore, so we could sell that if we need a bit of extra gold. I think we'll reroll, see what else we can get. Pineapple! Maybe I'll get a pineapple. Pineapple? And garlic. Bit of food. Get a nice packed lunch. There we go. Looks pretty good to me. Do I want to sell the customer card for the fanny pack so that we can do this? Yes, I do. Faster trigger rate on the Flyer Garrick. Nice. A little bit of optimization. Huzzah. Pineapple and garlic, weird meal. Pineapple, garlic, and blueberries with poisonous Flyer Garrick. Delicious. Slow it down, slow it down. We got multiple Hungry Blades and Blood Thorns. Got a bit of Thorns build going on. They started to get a deck of cards going, but they didn't link them properly. Oh, they're not using the holographic Charizard. They can't actually flip it over. This deck of cards has to face it. They got it the wrong way around. We got ourselves the win, baby. Nice. Very comfortably, too. Man, this was an obscene build. This was a very good build. Just a good shielding action for defense. In the end, not that much survivability. But we didn't really need it with that much shielding. Like, we did have a bit of leech going on, which helps. Basically just living off the leech. And Manifest providing a bit of lifesteal as well. And I think the 20% of damage dealt from, like, 40 damage Dark Saber is, like, way better than regular Vampirism. Because Vampirism is 1 health per stack. Whereas this is 20% of, so, like, 8 damage? So that's like 8 healing there per attack on Dark Saber. I was very happy with the random debuffing action. Like, 18 stacks of blind decreases accuracy by 5 per. Their chance of hitting is 5 by the end. So that's like any attack build, we just completely dumpstered them after a few seconds because they just had no... Look, they have 0% chance of hitting. so I mean, blind's pretty good, it turns out. I think something that makes the Curse Dagger more powerful than you suspect is that there's not that many different debuffs, maybe? So, like, it just stacks Poison, Blind, and Cold. And just get it, which just means you get enough Blind to bring them to 0. So, yeah, not having a Blind... And no one really carries sort of any Blind counter. There's, like, 1 Blind counter, it's the book. It's like the weird book thing. And no one really... just carries that to cleanse blind specifically, but if you're an attack build, you honestly should. But even if they did, 18 stacks is too much to cleanse. You need several books. So yeah, I think the Cursed Dagger, and on top of that, what was the one inflicting random buffs? I think there was one that inflicted random buffs too. Maybe I'm imagining that. Maybe it was just the Cursed Dagger. Yeah, Cursed Dagger's good. I'll rate it. Book of Light or something, right? Yeah, Book of Light cleanses blinds. I swear there was a gem that was inflicting random debuffs. Amethyst? Because this removes random buffs from your opponent, which is also very good. The Perfect Amethyst is pretty solid. It's a little slow, but it'll sometimes hit their really powerful buffs. And if they've like finely tuned, so they're like just getting enough thorns to trigger their Gin Lamp or something, then this just completely ruins their build. It's a pretty clever game in that there's like a lot of different ways to build, and every one of them so far that I've found has had some things that you can do to like really disrupt their play. which means you start to then get like counterplays to the counterplays where you're like, okay, I'm really going to get disrupted by blind, so we're going to have to figure out a solution for that. And I don't know what the solution for our particular setup is, because that is a little hard to solve. It's a little hard to solve. On hit, I guess shields would interrupt that. It's like a good shield setup would also disrupt that with blind cleanse. Yeah, and mirroring effects too. I mean, blinding us works too. Like my accuracy's down to still 100. What? It's so good. What? Never mind. This and start items have 1 accuracy and 1 crit per debuff on your opponent. Oh yeah, it solves its own accuracy problems, doesn't it? Because of the 100 debuffs. So it just gets like 100 accuracy. And it gets so much crit too, so we actually end up doing like a bit of crit damage. Wow. You know, Curse Dagger was a bit of a sleeper. I thought it was the 3rd strongest, but now it might be the strongest in my mind. There we go. Survival bonus 3 tries left. Ooh, baby. Big win there.